Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Elana Michelson, and this is my friend Jan, and this is going to be the third session. Last week, we were working on different aspects of her family relationships with, not even people who necessarily were in her family, people married into the family who tried to steal away her family. And let's hear from you, Jan, how it affected your week and your life.
I think the one thing that I got towards the end of the session was that a lot of the reason that the behavior is the way it is, especially for people like my sister-in-law, is that she just did not understand that I want a connection with my two brothers that I grew up with because of us losing our mother, at a fairly young age. And, her not understanding why that was important to me. So just kind of, I think, accepting that and kind of letting go of it. So I feel much better than I did. And by the end of the session, I was very, very calm, just kind of, which is very different than being exhausted and I'm worn out from the session. It was very calm.
Right.
But like I mentioned, a lot of other things have come up, and I expected this with knowing about faster EFT and how it works. I've worked on a lot of the I would call them smaller issues or smaller events that would just pop up rapidly in the first 6 months. I journaled over 100 changes that took place.
Wow.
And about less than 6 months, just watching the Ultimate Kit DVDs,
Right.
And tapping, that kind of thing. Now it's the stuff that's, I think, bigger, more traumatic, deeper, that's coming up and much more painful and hard to deal with. So I'm not discouraged, just very tired.
Okay, so let's hear about some of them so we can start working on them. Okay.
Yes, I think that what came up this last week is my daughter went through a nasty, very expensive divorce after 20 years of marriage to a very unkind person, and still struggling with the things that he does that are deliberately, I guess, self-motivated or motivated to hurt her, and me trying to talk to her about not being triggered by them. So I'm feeling kind of helpless to help her, and found myself saying, this is making me sick, watching you destroy yourself by, receiving and, I guess, processing, comparing your life to his life and whatever. There's some issues with my little granddaughter where she's having crying spells and angry, and this is a child that's laughing and silly, doing cartwheels, very animated, very, very funny, loves life, and now she's having crying spells several times a day. So, worried about her, worried about both of them. And then along with that, trying to help her get back on her feet and spending just unbelievable amounts of money. Bought her a house because she needed it, didn't have the money. So I have a house besides my home that's paid for. So just the burden of the finances, it hit me last year, that I'm now a single mom again, and trying to help the single mom. And so it's been hard. It's having her in my life has triggered me a lot. Having me in her life has triggered her a lot. Her childhood was not very good, and she has let me know that. She's, I think that the faster FT has helped me to work on myself enough and my attitude towards her, and I've been able to email her and text her and have her not become angry or offended by what I say. We still don't talk. She doesn't talk on the phone, so I don't really have a connection with her. If something bad happens, she texts me and tells me. If her ex-husband emails or texts something, then she sends that to me. So I don't get any good news. I don't get any of the good news. So just worrying about her all the time. And now my granddaughter, and wondering when the burden of the finances is going to be taken off my shoulders. So I'm not sleeping very well. I'm on high alert. Finding I'm shaking, kind of jittery, tapping, and going to sleep, and then within seconds, startled awake. I've tried belly breathing, and the same things happen. I'll go to sleep, and then it's like I'm startled awake again. Just having lots of dreams that are vivid, and I guess fortunately I can't remember them when I wake up, but I wake up troubled because I had this dream. So I'm just on kind of fight or flight right now, and so just really struggling with letting go and relaxing, and gosh, I'm trying to think. That's kind of it right now.
Okay.
It's all centered around my daughter and her issues and my granddaughter's issues, and how to get my granddaughter out of this situation in her dad's house that I think is unsafe, and knowing that if we do go to court, I've already paid a retainer. If we do go to court, she won't have the money, so that means I'm going to have to come up with $20,000 in order to go to court to try to help her get legal custody to get my granddaughter out of the house. So it just more financial stuff, waiting for the next shoe to drop, so to speak. So I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now, and feeling really, really sick, excruciating headaches, and nervous, having trouble focusing, and very fatigued, sick to my stomach, shaky. Just feel like I've been going through something very, very traumatic the whole week, and feeling like I was kind of on the edge already, and this has made it worse because I'm trying to help and don't know what to do. Trying to be strong and be there for her at the same time, and I'm trying to be careful to not complain about the money, but it's there. I haven't filed my taxes yet, but I have a feeling that I've drawn out enough money out of my retirement that I may have to pay taxes on the amount that I drew up for her. I have to, file the return for the gifts, and trying to help my grandson get a school loan paid off so he can have a fresh start. Trying to give everybody a fresh start, but it doesn't seem like that there's an end to it. Just ready for it to end, but like I said, I'm a single mom. She has no siblings and no father, so it's me. So this was a lot what it was like when she was growing up with just the two of us.
Okay.
And it's funny. I'm sorry to tell you this real quick. I have to have a breast biopsy done next week, and the other stuff is weighing on me so much that it's like I don't even care. I'm hardly worried at all. It's like it's just one more thing. It's not like the focus of my world right now is this breast biopsy. It's like it's way down at the bottom of the list. So I think that's it.
Okay. That's all. No problem. Piece of cake.
That's all. Is that enough?
Okay.
Seemed like a lot for me.
Put all the feelings there together. Stack them up.
Okay.
Know how you feel them. How strong you feel them. The headaches, the jitteriness, the nervousness, the guilt, because you caused all this. If you hadn't been a single mom, had you married well, none of this would have happened. It's all your fault.
Thank you.
Okay, got it all?
It's true. Yeah.
Okay. And now put it on a branch on a tree. Make sure it doesn't fall off, doesn't roll over. We'll lose it all before we even work on it. Okay, and now imagine what would happen if I stuck my hand in and I pulled that tree out by its roots. It would fall over and die, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I want you to put all those issues into biodegradable helium balloons. And I want you to go out on a windy day and you're holding a whole bouquet of those helium balloons. Each one of them has something in it. What's going to happen to those balloons if I come and I open up your wrist?
It'll float away.
Okay, let's start tapping. Letting go of all fears.
Letting go of all fears.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Wait just a second, I forgot the pizza one. I didn't get my piece of pizza.
That's all right. I don't want it. It's not gluten-free. I don't want it.
No, I want the pizza. Okay, imagine that box of pizza over there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you
One
can have
piece
it.
of pizza there. I grab it. You don't even get a chance to even tell me you can have it. I grab it and gobble it up. What's left in the box?
Nothing.
Okay, let's start again.
Burnt cheese.
Letting go of all fears.
Letting go of all fears.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all sadnesses.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Letting go of all emotional traumas.
Letting go of the helplessness.
Letting go of the hopelessness.
Letting go of the hopelessness.
Letting go of the hopelessness.
Letting go of the no control.
Letting go of the no control.
Letting go of the jitters.
Letting go of the jitters.
Letting go of the vivid dreams.
Letting go of the dreams.
Letting go of the worries.
Letting go of the worries.
Letting go of needing to help everybody else besides myself.
Letting go of what?
Needing to help everybody else besides myself.
Yeah, letting go of needing to help everyone besides myself.
Letting go of the headaches.
Letting go of the headaches.
Letting go of the taxes.
Letting go of the taxes.
Letting go of the problems.
Letting go of the problems.
Letting go of the sensations.
Letting go of the sensations.
Letting go of the colors.
Letting go of the colors.
Letting go of the images.
Letting go of the images.
Letting go of the feelings.
Letting go of the feelings.
Letting go of everything else that supported that old problem.
Letting go of everything else that's supporting that old problem.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
Whatever it all means.
Whatever it all means.
Whatever it represents.
Whatever it represents.
Whoever gave it to me.
Whoever gave it to me.
Wherever it came from.
Wherever it came from.
I let it all go now.
I let it all go now.
I change it to self-love.
Change it to self-love.
Self-unconditional love.
Self-unconditional love.
Self-unconditional forgiveness.
Self-unconditional forgiveness.
And self-unconditional acceptance.
Self-unconditional acceptance.
I am safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. Okay, go back. See what's changed.
Panic has gone down.
Good. What else?
I don't know, the word softer comes to mind.
Okay.
Everything's softer. It's like and the sharp edges poking me, and
Okay. Feel what's left.
I was kind of seeing one of those. I'm trying to think of a star that has all the sharp points all over it, multi points all over it. So.
Okay. Feel that softer. Feel whatever's left of the sharpness, whatever's left of the panic, and start tapping. I let it go.
Let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Especially all that guilt.
Especially all that guilt.
It was all my fault.
All my fault.
I let it go.
I let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
It all came to teach me something.
It all came to teach me something.
I just need to get the message.
I just need to get the message.
But it's also coming to teach her something.
It's also coming to teach her something.
And him something.
And to teach him something.
And all of them something.
And all of them something.
And until they get the message.
Until they get the message.
I can't do it for them.
Can't do it for them.
I can only get my message.
I can only get my message.
I can only get my gift.
I can only get my gift.
But maybe when they see me get my gift.
Maybe when they see me get my gift.
They'll figure out how to get theirs too.
Figure out how to get theirs too.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, what's changed?
Kind of, when I was writing to her last night, I left out a lot of things I really wanted to say, and that it's kind of like they were such a mismatch, even when they were dating, and they're divorced. He's already met somebody, moved her in, they're getting married. He's getting everything that he always wanted for those 20 years. And I don't begrudge him that, He wants a lot of material things. He's traveling a lot, multiple vacations, $100,000 in credit card debt. He's living it up. Started his own real estate business recently, and I think I want her to see that she was not a good match for him. She's very simple. She's frugal. I want her to let go of comparing her life to his life, and he's got everything, and she's losing,
Okay,
and seeing her
but
life.
you have the key words over there. You want her to do that. Okay?
Yes, yes.
It's
No, I
not
got
your
it.
life. It's her life. She has to get the message by
But
herself.
it's the frustration,
Okay,
my
so feel your
frustration.
frustration. Feel how you feel it. Know how you feel it.
Well, and one of the things, Ilana, is I've noticed sometimes when I'm giving her advice that I find that I'm doing the same thing,
Right.
and I need that advice for myself.
Right.
Let go and be happy where she's at and content and
Right. Hold on. Frustration. Feel it again. Good hands breaker.
okay.
Okay. Got it? Feel it? Any
Yeah,
less?
yeah,
Her
yeah,
frustration. Your frustration. All yours, not hers. Okay? And start
yeah.
tapping. Let it go.
Let it go.
All the frustration.
All the frustration,
However I feel it.
however I feel it,
However I know it.
however I know it.
All the sensations.
All the sensations,
All the colors.
all the colors,
All the images.
all the images,
And everything else.
and everything else.
Let it all go.
Oh, let it all go.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. Go back.
I've noticed that it's kind of changing to anger.
Okay.
And I was thinking about this last night, that she's never forgiven me for marrying one of my husbands that I was with for 8 years. She didn't want me to marry him. He was awful, kept trying to leave, whatever. She did exactly the same thing with her. Oh, and she was married to him for 20 years. And I want to say, it's the same thing. You're doing exactly the
Feel
same
the
thing.
anger.
And I'm just,
Feel the
I know,
anger.
it's just like,
Feel it.
how could you?
Because
Yeah, how
that's
could you?
her. Because she hasn't gotten her message yet. She hasn't gotten her gift.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
feel.
want to say, you're upset with me for 8 years and you did 20 years, but her 20 years has cost me $130,000.
Feel the anger. Feel it. Know how you feel it. How strong you feel it. And start
Oh, my
tapping.
head started hurting.
I let it go.
Let it go.
All this anger.
All this anger,
However I feel it.
however I feel it,
However I know it.
however I know it,
Whatever it means.
whatever it means,
Whatever it represents.
whatever it represents.
I forgive her.
I forgive her.
It's what she has inside of her.
It's what she has inside of her.
It's true that that's what I gave her.
That's what I gave her.
But I didn't know any better at the time.
I didn't know any better at the time.
It's what I had inside of me.
It's what I had inside of me.
But I have better tools now.
I have better tools now.
And I'm using them
I'm using them
to change it to self-unconditional love.
to change it to self-unconditional love.
And when I show her by example,
I want to show her by example.
maybe she'll learn too.
Maybe she'll listen too.
And she'll get her gift too.
She'll get her gift too.
We're safe.
Let's see.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Say peace.
Peace.
Okay, how's the anger? What changed?
Well, it doesn't feel as bad. I feel like that, I'd like to be able to say to her that you've done the same thing to your son that you say I did to you. but I don't, because that wouldn't be anything productive. That would just be me getting off my chest, and that's not necessary. But I think that the thing that's upsetting me the most is that what she's going through, because she's, financially devastated right now, that it could end up with me losing everything that I have in order to try to keep her afloat. And I keep, drawing the line in the sand, so to speak. And, I watch her. I watch the way she lives. I know she's doing the best that she can with what she has. And yet I feel like I'm going to end up homeless again because of her decision that she made 20 years ago. And it's like I'm paying the price of that decision. And it doesn't seem fair. It feels like that the price is too high. I shouldn't have to pay this high of a price for a mistake that I made, or mistakes that I've made, more than one. I shouldn't have to pay this high of a price. There should be a place where it ends. And the financial part was supposed to have ended last year. It's not going to end for 2 more years, maybe longer, depending on, when she goes back to court. She doesn't have the money. So I just feel obligation, duty. It's just what you do. She has to go to court in order to,
Okay,
get my
hold on just a
granddaughter out.
second. If you hold in your mind, my financial support is too much, I'm going to go under, and that's what you're focusing on, what's going to happen?
Always going to happen.
Okay, but
Yeah.
change your focus. Change your focus.
I'm going to lose my home.
Say those words. I'm going to lose my home. How true are they?
Probably a 10.
Okay, how do you know it?
Because I've lost my home before.
Okay, do you feel it in your body?
Not because of me. I've lost 4 homes because of somebody else.
Do you feel it in your body?
I've lost 4 homes.
You feel it in your body?
It's like I don't have control over my own life. I feel helpless.
Okay, feel it.
I feel helpless to stop this
Feel it.
outflow of money.
Feel it. And start tapping. All this helplessness.
Helplessness.
All this hopelessness.
All this helplessness.
All this no control.
All this no control.
The scarcity.
The scarcity.
The lack.
The lack.
Lost 4 homes.
I've lost 4 homes.
Had no control.
Had no control.
However, I know it all.
However, I know it all.
However, I feel it all.
However, I feel it all.
All the sensations.
All the sensations.
All the colors.
All the colors.
All the images.
All the images.
And everything else.
And everything else.
Let it all go today.
Let it all go today.
Let it all go now.
Let it all go now.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
I love it.
I love it.
Been with me for years.
It's been with me for years.
It's who I am.
It's who I am.
Wouldn't recognize myself without it.
I wouldn't recognize myself without it.
But on the other hand,
Elana
can always give it back to me.
can always give it back to me.
That and much worse.
That and much worse.
Don't know who I'll be without it.
Who would I be without it?
Only know I'll be a lot healthier.
What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I only know I'll be a lot healthier,
I know I'll be a lot healthier,
a lot happier.
a lot happier.
London Bridge is falling down.
London Bridge is falling down.
Jack and Jill went up the hill,
Jack and Jill went up the hill.
and little Jack Horner sat in a corner.
Little Jack Horner sat in the corner.
But even though he sat in the corner,
Even though he sat in the corner,
he pulled out he put in his thumb
he put in his thumb,
and pulled out his plum
pulled out his plum,
and said, "What a good boy am I."
said, "What a good boy am I."
He loved himself unconditionally,
He loved himself unconditionally.
and that's what I learned from him.
And that's what I learned from him.
I build myself up from scratch.
I built myself up from scratch.
I have a place to live now.
I have a place to live now.
I actually have 2 places to live now.
I have 2 places to live now. Plus my car.
Plus my car. Pretty big car also.
Plus my big car.
I'm safe.
I am safe.
It's safe to be safe.
Safe to be safe.
Safe to know my powers.
Safe to know my powers.
Safe to know what I can do.
Safe to know what I can do.
And safe to love myself.
Safe to love myself.
Just the way that I am.
Yeah.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Yes.
Okay, go back. I'm going to be homeless.
I reminded myself up until this home, I hadn't lived anywhere more than 3 years. And I've been here 15 years
Wow.
in my home, and it's paid for.
You did it by yourself. On your own. You know how to do it. You got the secret already. You learned.
Yeah.
No scarcity. Your daughter still has the scarcity. She hasn't learned yet, but she will. She'll get it. She'll get it.
I think I'm just very, very angry with her
Okay, feel the anger.
for,
Because it's angry at yourself. Feel the anger.
20 years.
Feel it. Know how you feel it. How strong you feel it. And start tapping. All this anger.
All this anger.
However I feel it.
However I feel it.
However I know it.
However I know it.
All the sensations.
All the sensations.
All the colors.
All the colors.
All the images.
All the images.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Give me a word for A. Amazing.
Apple.
Apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Sorry. This is a different game.
Give me a word for B.
I am amazing. Beautiful.
C.
Cute.
D.
Darling.
E.
Excellent.
F.
Fancy.
G.
Gorgeous.
H.
Heartfelt.
I.
Intelligent.
J.
Jovial.
K.
Kind.
L.
Loving.
M.
Mature.
N.
Nurturing.
O.
Open.
P.
Pretty.
And we're all waiting to hear what you say for Q.
What?
We're all waiting to hear what you say for Q.
Oh, yeah. Q. Queen.
Queen. Good. Okay.
Queen.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace. Go back to that anger. 20 years. How's it changed?
Feels very different.
Okay.
It's like she did the best she could, just like I did.
Yeah.
You know, she was trying to keep her family together.
Mm-hmm.
She did what she thought was the right thing to do, and you know, she's paying for it. She's struggling financially,
Right.
feeling guilty, and that burden responsibility is on her for her daughter's safety.
Yeah.
I just, all I could see was, you know, money going out and my savings going down really, really fast in huge chunks.
Right.
You know, $10,000 at a time. I just couldn't stop it, and so just want to be able to take a deep breath and relax and enjoy a day without worrying about her,
Right.
what's going to happen to her, and trying to keep her alive. You know, trying to keep her sane. You know, it's like, is this one thing going to be the thing that's going to send her over the edge? And I gotta keep that from happening. I gotta be that lifeboat for her.
Feel that. And start tapping. I need to be your lifeboat.
I need to be a lifeboat.
I need to be like her lifeboat.
I need to be her lifeboat.
I need to be like my lifeboat.
You need to be my lifeboat.
I need to stop her from going over the edge.
To stop her from going over the edge.
I need to stop me from going over the edge.
It has stopped me from going over the edge.
I let it go.
Let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to let it go.
It's safe to love myself unconditionally.
It's safe to love myself unconditionally.
And when I do that, I can love her unconditionally.
And when I do that, I can love her unconditionally.
We're both safe.
We're both safe.
Okay, what I want you to do, keep tapping. I want you to remember a time when you felt lots of love. It could be that time when you first held her in your arms, or when you first held your granddaughter in your arms. Know where that love is. See it growing inside.
The first time I saw my daughter, back then we didn't know what we were having when it was a boy or a girl. And my mother had died when I was pregnant. And so I remember looking down at her in the hospital. I saw the top of her head. And I said, "It's a little Myrtle." Because that was my mom's name. And I looked up at the nurse, and the nurse was like, "Oh, named that child Myrtle." So that little warm, fuzzy feeling of having my little granddaughter that my mom always wanted, you know,
right.
That look on her face, she was just horrified that she thought I was going to name my daughter Myrtle.
Yeah.
So anyway,
okay.
that's my humor.
That's okay. I'll tell you a funny story afterwards.
Okay.
Next time we need to break your trance.
That's okay. Yeah, that was funny. That was fun. I think that
we haven't finished.
What I was doing. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it just something kind of changed. You know, like shifted. Like I heard my text to her last night was, "Stop being a victim. Get some help." You know, show your daughter you're a confident, you know, together woman. That's the person. That's the woman you want her to emulate.
Right.
You know, I was kind of like, get a grip and get over it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And she's still talking to me.
That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes they have to hear that. Nothing you can do. Okay.
Well, sometime, yeah, in the past, I wouldn't hear from her for months. But I just grow up.
But that's the way it is. Okay. So I want you to go back and feel the feelings again. I need to be your lifeboat.
I'm kind of seeing her on a sinking ship, and I don't like seeing that.
Okay, see that?
Kind of like.
See it? She's on a sinking ship. Start tapping.
Okay.
She's on a sinking ship.
She's on a sinking ship.
I'm on a sinking ship.
I'm on a sinking ship.
I let it go.
Let it go.
Safe, let it go.
Safe to let it go.
You ever heard the story of the rabbi who was sitting in this town, and in the town there was this big flood, and they told everyone, you know the story? So what happens at the end?
Okay.
Go ahead, tell the punch.
God sent the boat and is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
It sent the boat, the police, the boat, the helicopter, and what else?
And the ship.
And the ship, yes.
And then what
happens? I can't remember what the guy was waiting.
The guy dies. He drowns. He drowns, and he comes up to God, and he said, God, I put my faith into you. Why did you save me? And God says, who do you think sent you the police, the boat, the ship, the helicopter? You didn't take the help.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's kind of what I was saying to her last night was, you're a sinking ship and you're taking me down with you, and I don't want you to. So, cowboy up and stop complaining and being this whiny victim,
Right.
This guy's doing stuff, and so what?
Right.
I said, you didn't want to let all those things anyway. So why are you upset that he has them? Well, you carry, he's got a $40,000 car. You have a new car. Right. Big deal. So what if he has an expensive house? You've got a house. You've got a great job.
Right.
I just want to go, stop it. Kind of like the Bob Newhart.
Yeah, Bob Newhart.
Stop it.
Just stop it.
I think I'm going to send that to her.
Right. Okay.
So that's what I want. I just wanted to.
So how do you feel now when you go there?
I'm angry with myself that I'm having trouble letting go.
Okay, feel the anger.
Of feeling like this poor child who's an only child and no father around and blah, 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 blah. She's all alone. I'm it.
Yep.
I'm the single mom struggling emotionally, financially. And it's taken me back to when she was younger. And, we were I was putting half the groceries back at the grocery store because I couldn't afford it.
Okay.
That's kind of where I feel. That's what I'm feeling. I'm back there in the grocery store.
Okay. I want you to go back there to that grocery store. I want you to go back to that scene. See yourself. You're putting back half the groceries. You see it? Okay. What's the expression on your face?
Frustration, anger.
Feel it, and start tapping.
If I don't, go ahead.
All this frustration.
All this frustration.
All the anger.
All the anger.
Have to give back half my groceries.
I have to put back half my groceries.
Can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
I let it go.
I let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Time to let it go.
It's time to let it go.
Probably saved my health.
Probably safe for my health.
Put back all that junk.
Put back all that junk.
That I couldn't even read the ingredients on that.
Get rid of the ingredients on. They had more than 5 ingredients.
I let it all go.
I let it all go.
Not in the supermarket now.
I'm not at the supermarket now.
Not putting back my groceries now.
Not putting back my groceries now.
I'm doing it to myself.
I'm doing it to myself.
I can change it.
I can change it.
I might as well make it good.
Might as well make it good.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Grab your wrist. Breathe in. Blow out. Peace.
Peace.
Okay, go back.
I'm not there anymore.
What is there?
I don't have to put the groceries back anymore.
Wow.
I don't have to go hungry.
No, you don't.
I'm okay.
What are you
And
doing?
she doesn't have to go hungry.
She doesn't. What are you doing instead?
Overeating.
But as long as it's healthy food, it's okay. Like organic vegetables, organic fruits. Okay?
Yeah, no, it's the everything else.
It's everything else. Well,
So
there's a time and place for that too. Okay.
yeah, another time, another session.
Okay, hold on. I want you to go into that scene. You're both sitting there, have all the groceries you need, sitting at your table. See it?
Wow.
Step into it. Step into your body, the younger Jan's body. Feel what she's feeling as she has this sumptuous feast set in front of her. Smell the smells of delicious food. Feel the textures in your mouth as you eat it. See the smile on your daughter's face. And I want you to bring it into your mind as if you're there right now, and watch as your neurons are creating new pathways for this new memory that you're creating. This memory of plentiful. And send it down to every single cell in your body because it's all held on a cellular level. And then bring it up into your heart and watch your heart fill up with this bright light. And take your subconscious and submerge it into your bright light in that heart, in your heart. Thank it for keeping the old memory alive for so long because it's been working really hard. Tell it's okay, you have better tools now, and you need it to change all memories prior to this memory and all memories subsequent to this memory to fit this new memory that you've just created.
This is crazy, but I'm seeing us in the grocery store and we're not buying groceries because we don't need any. And I just have her in the cart and I'm running up and down the aisles with the cart
Sounds like fun.
with my daughter in it. When
Sounds
she
like
was
fun.
like 3, 4.
My mom
So
used to
don't need to
take
buy
us on a
anything.
ride on a bus, just to go on the bus ride. We were 1, 2, and 3 years old, and it was like an activity.
Yeah.
Didn't have to go
I
anywhere.
did that with my daughter. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I've actually thought about doing that with my granddaughter this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Getting on the bus and somewhere.
Okay, good. Can you bring back the old memory?
Not the one in the grocery store. It's just, I'm not sure why we're even there. We just came, it was kind of like instead of going to a amusement park, we went to the grocery store so she could ride in the cart. I don't know. Went up and down the aisles and it went really fast and going, woo!
Cool.
She's giggling.
Cool.
And we go and park the car. We go outside, get in the car and leave.
Cool.
This is like, okay.
Cool. You want to know the thing that my dad did, this coolest thing? I used to love jumping on waterbeds. He would take me to the store with the waterbeds, and he would talk to the attendant over there, the person who sells, and he would put him in a way that his back was facing to the waterbed so that I could jump on it.
That's good. Well, I know when my grandson was younger, I remember putting him in the cart at the store, and one time it had rained, and I was running through the parking lot, running through all the puddles when he was in there with him screaming. I'm just going wild. So,
yeah,
that's the kind of fun Grandma used to be till a few months ago. But yeah,
okay,
it was fun.
See your daughter again. What do you see there? What do you feel?
I'm seeing her sad, forlorn, hopeless,
Okay, see that?
like she doesn't know what to do.
See that? And start tapping. She's so sad.
So sad.
I'm so sad.
I'm so sad.
She's so hopeless.
She's so hopeless.
I'm so hopeless.
I'm so hopeless.
She's so forlorn.
She's so forlorn.
I'm so forlorn.
I'm so forlorn.
She doesn't know what to do.
I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever used that word in my whole entire life. Forlorn. It's like, where did that come from? I don't know. I just, I have this picture of Froghorn Leghorn.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the big rooster?
No?
Yeah, I just kind of. Oh, yeah, it's a hilarious cartoon. I'll have to send it to you.
Okay.
So, it's a father and son.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty cute. Okay, so for some reason I saw Foghorn Leghorn.
Good. Good transbreaker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was. Okay, so my daughter's
She doesn't know what to do.
sad, forlorn. Doesn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do.
Let it all go.
Let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Safe to let it go.
Time to let it go.
Time to let it go.
Safe to live in the now.
Safe to live in the now.
The past is no longer,
Past is no longer.
and the future's a mystery. Oh, no, I know how it
And
goes.
the future is something.
The past is history.
What?
Past is history,
The past is,
and the future's
Yeah.
a mystery.
and the future's a mystery. Ooh.
Only thing that's real is now.
The only thing that's real is now.
It's the only thing I have control over right now.
The only thing I have control over is right now.
And right now I'm okay.
And right now I'm okay.
Right now I'm safe.
Right now I'm safe.
Right now I have a roof over my head.
Right now I have a roof over my head.
I have food on my table
I have food on my table.
and enough to spare.
And what?
Enough to spare.
I have plenty of food there. More than enough food there.
I said enough to spare, but that's okay, same thing. I
I have plenty to spare.
and I have let everything else go.
I let everything else go.
Grab your wrist, breathe in, blow out, and say peace.
Peace.
Okay, go back, see your daughter.
Interesting. I'm seeing myself standing in front of her, and I'm handing her a big notebook, and I'm saying, this is your life, and these are your choices.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah. So the choices are all up to her.
Mm-hmm.
And if she has to roll over those credit cards again at the end of the year, then that's what she has to do. I don't have to pay them off or to get, my goal has been, okay, if I get all of her debts paid off, then I can give her this house. It's
Right.
kind of been my ultimate goal is to get rid of the house. I mean,
Right.
There's reasons why people don't have rental houses. Well, I basically have a rental house.
Yeah.
Only I'm not getting rent off of it.
Right.
So
You're paying rent on it.
yeah, I'm making the house payments, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I've been kind of frantically trying to help her pay off her debt, and then the attorney on the court case, that's going to come up. That was kind of thrown at me. I kind of saw it coming a month ago when she told me what she told me, but it's like I don't want the burden. I just want to let go of all of it and just live today. It's I don't want to say it's your problem, but
It is your problem.
it's her responsibility, not mine.
Right.
And, I can't rescue her because she chose to stay in this marriage for 20 years. And,
Right. Right.
it's her thing to climb out of.
Yep.
In some ways she's doing really well, in some ways she's not. So
Right. But in a way,
I'm going to send her the stop it thing.
in a way, you're robbing her of getting her gifts. You understand?
Yeah, I understand that part. She's been so fragile emotionally, physically, health-wise, that I have thought that if I don't do this, this is going to be the one thing that's going to send her over the edge. And now
what about you?
Now, yeah, but now my email and my text to her last night were more, get the help you need. You've got to stop being a victim, just stop it. That's basically what I was saying to her last night. It's time to stop it. Right. He's happy. He's moved on. He has the life he wants. You don't have the life you want because you're stuck here. So just stop it.
But you know something? That is also a shift from last week's session. Because last week's session, you were always the victim.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong? Tell me what I did wrong so I don't have to do it anymore.
I remember that.
And now you can say, stop being the victim to her. I've learned my lesson. I've gotten my gift. You start learning your gift.
Well, it's funny. After I sent the text to her, as soon as I sent it, I heard myself saying that to myself. Right. Stop being the victim.
Because you are making
who's
yourself
victimizing me.
You're still being the victim.
Yes, but I saw, I saw when I sent it, I saw her as being her own victim and making that choice. And I went, oh, if I'm a victim, then I'm making that choice too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to be, I said, stop being the victim. It's not very attractive.
It's true.
And then I thought, oh, okay. That might be one of the reasons I don't have a man in my life. That's not very attractive.
Right.
So everything I was saying to her, I think I was saying to myself. And I heard it loud and clear.
But that's a shift from last week's session.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was.
Okay.
Tired of being a victim.
Good.
And I didn't, other than that one thing that came up that I told you about with my sister-in-law, I haven't thought about that. I hardly thought about it at all. Good. About all the things that my family has said to me or, done over the last 42 years.
Right.
Interesting.
See?
Just
when you start looking for the shifts, they start flowing in. Because you're changing your focal point. What you're looking for is what you're going to find.
Yeah, it's kind of, I could see that with a session that I did, a month ago with somebody where I was freaked out because I thought that I had a doctor been telling me for the last 3 years that I was going to end up with breast cancer. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, you're going to have cancer. And I did a session and, I went for the mammogram last week and put on makeup to go have this mammogram, which was really weird. I went today. I didn't put makeup on because I only slept about 3 hours last night. Didn't care. But I went in there. They did this ultrasound. I'm chit-chatting with the girl. The radiologist came in doing it. I'm not thinking about, my breast there. I'm thinking just chit-chatting with him. And he goes, we need to do this biopsy. And I'm going, oh, okay, whatever. It was very different. It was just like somehow I know it's nothing. Well, they want to do this. Oh, okay, whatever. It'll make you feel better. I don't care.
Right. But that's a very different mindset.
It is. It's very different. I was completely freaked out about,
Well,
having breast cancer.
I remember
And
talking to you about it, way back when. So not so way back
yes,
when,
exactly.
because we don't know each other from way back when. Right.
Yeah. And, and the having the, how do I say it? The thought of having the mutated gene, that
Right.
Ashkenazi Jews have. And I started to say something to the radiologist today. I started to say something to the technician today, and I just didn't even want to. It was like something had changed. I didn't even have the desire. I thought, it just doesn't, that's just whining and feeling like a victim. And I knew the thought came and it was gone in a couple seconds. I had no desire to tell them, oh, poor me. I was told I'm going to have a breast cancer because I'm this and this. And just like, who cares?
Those are shifts. Keep those shifts in your mind. Make those your focal point. And the more you make them your focal point, the more shifts you're going to find. Okay?
Yeah.
It all has to do with your mindset. And you're leaving that victim mode. You're going into the mode of everything good comes to me.
Yeah, and it was hard for me to see. It was hard for me to see I was going to have money coming here, thousands of dollars coming in this side when thousands of dollars were going out this side, And now it's like thousands of dollars are going to come in this side and hundreds of dollars are going to go out this side.
Right.
That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see happen.
Right. I understand. Okay, but
and I had said
when we started the session, that whole thing with your, the breast exam and all that, you didn't even mention that. And that's a big thing. It's not just a small thing. And the whole thing, throughout this session, you could see the change in you from anger at your daughter for what she's doing to stop being a victim. Because you gave the message already last night. The message was already there. But you saw that anger in you today. By the end of the session, you didn't have the anger anymore. It was like, just stop being the victim. Stop whining.
Yeah. Well, when I said it's not attractive, I was thinking, she's never going to have a boyfriend. She's never going to have another husband, because this is so unattractive.
Right.
And I'm thinking that, and I'm thinking, oh, well, who would want to be around me? That's not very attractive for me either. Yeah, But, yeah. It's her choice if she wants to continue to be a victim and think that life isn't fair and he's winning all the time. It sounded so ridiculous. I was so upset with her when she was like, he's got a $40,000 car. He's gone on another vacation and he's doing this and this. And she said he's doing all this to me. And I was like, no, he's just doing it.
Because he wants to do it. But it's your choice too. To be the victim or not.
Yeah.
That's the important thing.
Well, and I think it was good for me to say to her, he has the life he always wanted, and you kept him from that. You can have the life that you always wanted. You're free now to have the life that you've always wanted.
Right.
And it's like, you don't have to live there. I don't have to live there.
Right.
And
right.
Yeah, neither one of us do.
Right. Okay. I think this is a good place to end the session, and we'll check in next week and see.
Because I hear that dog bark.
Yeah, outside.
The dogs there, they bark. Did they bark in Hebrew?
Probably.
They bark different here.
We'll check in next week and see what changes you found for after the session. Okay.
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 I'm gonna write them down.